Welcome to Meet the Ambassadors program, where we meet many ambassadors from around the world who are based in Bangkok, Thailand. And today we'll be meeting His Excellency Jyri Järviaho, the ambassadors of Finland. And we'll also be meeting Madame Elina Multanen. So just to give a little bit background on the ambassador, so he studied in Eastern Finland University of Joensuu, and he worked in Helsinki, and he also went abroad to study in the UK at Newcastle University, as well as Denver, Colorado. He studied in international relations. A bit of his background is he's married with Madame Elina, and they both have one son, and now he's living in Helsinki. Before coming to Thailand, His Excellency has been to Serbia, Latvia, and Switzerland. Yes, so are you ready now to meet the ambassador? Let's go. And today we are at the residence of the ambassadors of Finland, His Excellency Jyri Järviaho, and we'll be also meeting Madame Elina Multanen. So are you ready? Let's go meet them. Hi, สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ
Welcome. Please come
Thank you
in.
so much. So we're here at the residence of the ambassadors of Finland, and here we're with Madame Elina Multanen.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you.
All right, here we are at the sort of reception area of the residence. So mainly we receive guests here, and then we first might sit here for a while around these tables and chairs here, and then later on we might have a dinner or lunch or something like that,
that area.
on the dinner area.
I see.
So that's the idea of this residence area.
I see.
So some old furniture from Finland, of course, designed by Aalto. Over Aalto design these chairs and the table as well, and then some a bit newer stuff as the sofa.
It's very minimalistic.
It's
and
minimalistic, exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of wood used in it. We
a lot
love
of
wood furniture. As you know, we have a lot of forests.
Right,
nearby,
like nature, cater.
Nature is there, so this is a wooden made. It's that way.
This is the kind of furniture that, like Jyri said, this is like old furniture, like by Artek and Alvar Aalto, but they are still produced and very much appreciated in Finland. Like glass is also very important material to us, like glass tables, but also these like little glass items, like for example these birds, famous designer in Finland by Oiva Toikka, and Oiva Toikka's birds are very popular and well known in Finland. I think also internationally. They are in different sizes, colors.
Some this glass design also in this room. There's like these birds again, and then these lamps by Iittala design, and then the quite popular and famous Aalto vase for the flowers. These are also in different shapes and sizes, but it's very popular in Finland. Every house has an Aalto vase in Finland, I suppose.
Definitely.
There are, you can see even bigger ones on that side. It's like the white ones are huge.
I see. So it's just different forms, but it's all glass. So I see glasses everywhere,
Yes.
like glass on the table,
That's
glass.
Yes, it's more modern
Design.
design, but it's we very much like wood, and particularly in light color.
I see.
Yes, that's very functional. Usually the Finnish furniture and everything. We move forward. And also here are some Aalto chairs again.
These chairs are also something that, like they're very iconic. These Aalto chairs, they can be seen in many homes, and they are reproduced again and again.
See that there's a nice view of Bangkok. So that's especially nice in the evenings to sit here, enjoy the view of Bangkok here.
Oh, and that one you see the Benjakiti Park.
Benjakiti Park
Yes.
is there next to us. Right, let's go upstairs and have a look on our workspace. This is quite high, as you can see.
Oh, it's a desk right here,
Yeah, the
like
desk is
literally
here,
a desk.
so this is my work desk if I'm here at the residence.
Work from
so I
home.
work from home. I work from
see.
here.
I see.
So this is the main thing.
And you see the view from
Yes,
the
you
park.
can see the park from here as well.
See.
And then I just want to mention Finnair as our flight company. They've had a connection from Helsinki to Bangkok since 1970s already.
Oh,
They're
direct
flying
flight.
direct flights,
Oh,
so many times per week. And they brought Finnish tourists here over in 1970s. So it's a long-standing connection, and they are still running all the way through the COVID times, moving people back and forth. So it's an excellent connection, by the way, to Europe as a whole.
So maybe after COVID and so on, or maybe during inclusive, so yes, by Finnair when you are traveling to Finland, obviously, or other parts of Europe.
Exactly.
Yes, so that is all for the residence tour, and thank you, ambassadors, for showing us around. And next up would be the gift giving part. Stay tuned. Right, so we are back from His Excellency residence tour of this lovely residence, and we are starting out with the gift giving session as a cultural exchange for the ambassador and Madame to learn more about Thailand through this gift. So, coming from the northern hemisphere, where the average temperature is, say, 5 degrees Celsius, 10, and so on, the climate here is probably a bit challenging for both of you. So, the gift we have today first is the fan for Madame.
Oh,
Yes.
it's lovely. Thank you so much. Oh, this
can
will be
show
of
up.
this
Yes,
will be of use. Wow.
Yes, and for you, this is very special. So, we have a cooling powder.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, that
Thank
is
you.
cool.
That is cool.
That is cool.
Very
Cool for
much
sure.
needed.
Cool
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
So I'd like to give a little bit of background on like both of these. Today we present these gifts to you to cool you down, the fans, and then the cooling powder. Cooling powder has two smells. This is like the original one, and this is like a lavender one. So for cooling powder, it's always summer in Thailand. So one of the classic ways that Thais cools down for almost a century now here is the cooling powder, especially this one has been around for like 60 years and so on. So all Thais knows this. And also when foreigners, when they come to visit Thailand, they you can get it at like 7-Eleven shops, the supermarket. Anyway, after you run out of this, but you can use this when you were gonna go exercise and then so on. This one has been growing in popularity since like 60 years ago when this first came out, and just to maybe you can try applying it.
Sure, let's try.
yours.
Let's try.
So
Not
What
put it
happens?
all over, just a little bit here.
Let's try what
I mean,
happens.
you can try this one. It's a lavender one.
Ah,
Yeah,
lavender is
yeah,
my
so-
favorite. My
Yeah, yeah.
favorite.
So it has a
smell.
stronger smell too. Like
Oh, this is lovely.
it has a stronger smell because it's made from camphor and also like mint.
Yes.
Maybe it doesn't have like the cooling effect right away.
Yes,
because,
but later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe later on, but for more effective use, if you just finish showering and the skin is a bit damp, then put this on. And yeah, it will lower your temperature by 3 Celsius degrees.
Oh,
3
wow.
degrees Celsius.
Wow.
Lovely. And
Excellent.
this is a lovely
yes.
smell too. Lavender is the best. It's
Lavender.
like
Yes.
almost like a perfume.
It is. It is. It is.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah.
Yes, that's really nice. Nice.
maybe you can
Thank you
share-
so much.
You're welcome. And just a little bit on the fan as well. So the fan in Thai, it's made from thorny bamboo. So the scientific name of it is Bambusa blumiana. So this is from Ayutthaya province, the old capital city of Thailand. So it's made from Ban Prak Fan Group, which is a district name of it. So at first, actually I talked directly with the owner of this. So she has this for over 3 generations. So her grandma started this fan.
Making
You
them
can-
already.
yeah, you can hold
Yes.
this one up.
Thank
Started
you.
this fan, and then now it's like 3 generations to her. So maybe you can support like the community there by. So they start with a few products, but now they have over thousands of types of products like selling. So they're selling throughout all over the country. So yeah, like support the Ban Prac group. And yes.
Thank you. These are lovely.
You're welcome.
And very useful because I like to walk a lot, and they, these are very necessary items. I will.
Yeah.
So we have a small gift for you as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
So some impressions of Finland.
Oh,
It's a very tiny book,
you.
but has a nice impressions
Thank you.
on pictures of Finnish nature, mostly nature in different parts of Finland.
I see.
Lakes and snow and.
I see.
Yes.
So this would be a guide when I
It's
will
a-
visit Finland after COVID, of course. But
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. That will be your guide. And then there's a recently translated book of 100 social innovations
I see.
from Finland.
I see.
That's quite interesting reading on social innovations. So
And see all the innovations, the stick of like all the innovation from Finland throughout the past years.
and this is just social innovation,
Yes,
not so
these
much
are-
technical.
Oh, I
Yes.
see. I
It's
see.
social.
Social. So there's only one part of it. So
Yes.
if you want a full.
Yes, there will be several other books then.
yeah. But thank you so much. ขอบคุณมาก
Yes, thank you.
So wrapping up on this session, next up would be the game part. So let's play and then stay tuned for now. Thank you. Yes, so right after the gift giving, so now it's playtime. The game today we have is the 10 seconds game. So you won't have to compete with each other. I'm going to read out cultural questions about Finland, and the person who hits the bells first would have to answer within 10 seconds. But if you cannot answer in 10 seconds, it goes to the other person, and you would have to answer in 10 seconds as well. If not, then no points.
Okay.
Yep. So after I finish reading the question, I would say go, and then you can start hitting the bell. So put hands down.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Fairness. Okay. The first question is name top 3 main language spoken in Finland. Go. Okay. Go. 10 seconds.
Finnish, Swedish.
One more. One more.
Russian.
Yes. Russian. Yep. She got it.
That was really all.
Actually, most Finnish knows how to speak English, right?
Yes,
It's at 70%,
yes.
but Russian is like considered like a
Yes.
native.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all Russians.
Yeah. So now speaking of language, right? So let's do a quick language exchange of Thai and Finnish. So let's start with Thai first. We have these 4 hard words that is to pronounce in Thai by non-Thais. So maybe you can try reading it out and maybe repeat after me. So the first one is angun.
Angun.
Angun. Yes,
Angun.
you got it right away. Your turn. You can wear the glasses now.
Agun.
Angun.
Agun.
Angun. Yes.
Angun.
Yes. So it means grape.
Yes.
It means grape in
All right.
Thai. The next one is ยักษ์ใหญ่ไล่ยักษ์เล็กยักษ์เล็กไล่ยักษ์ใหญ่ So it means the big giant chase after the small giant, and then the small giant chase back at the big giant. So ยักษ์ใหญ่ไล่ยักษ์เล็ก
Yak jai lai yak yek lek.
ยักษ์เล็กไล่ยักษ์ใหญ่
Yak lek lai yak jai.
Yes. Oh, very clear.
Okay.
You can say it faster after.
Yeah. So
ยักษ์ใหญ่ไล่ยักษ์เล็ก
Yak yai, lai yak yek.
Yes. ยักษ์เล็กไล่ยักษ์ใหญ่
Yak lek, lai yak yai.
Yes. It's very clear.
Wow.
Faster.
it's
Okay.
yes.
Faster. Okay.
Yes.
ยักษ์ใหญ่ไล่ยักษ์เล็กยักษ์เล็กไล่ยักษ์ใหญ่
Yak jai lai yak lek. Yak jai lai yak jai.
Yes.
Bit faster.
Great. Okay, moving on. The next one is ชามเขียวคว่ำเช้าชามขาวคว่ำค่ำ which means the green bowl is flipped in the morning and the white bowl is flipped in the evening for no reason. But yeah, ชามเขียวคว่ำเช้า
Cham kiao kam chao.
Yes. ชามขาวค่ำค่
Cham kao kam kam.
ำคว่ำค่
Kwam kam.
ำ Yes. Very clear. So, ชามเขียวคว่ำเช้า
Cham kriao, kwam chao.
Yes. ชามขาวคว่ำค่ำ
Cham kao, kwam kam.
Yes, very clear. ชามเขียวคว่ำเช้าชามขาวคว่ำค่ำ
We can't do it faster.
Alright.
You want to try?
Sure.
Okay. ชามเขียวคว่ำเช้าชามขาวคว่ำค่
Cham kiao kam chao. Cham kao kwam kam.
ำ Yes.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yes. Okay. So now it's Finnish language, so maybe you can teach some tongue twisters. Okay,
Sure.
I'm ready.
Sure.
Let's
Shall we
do
go?
the one that we do
Yeah.
with the children.
Yes,
when we
yes.
try
Do you wanna
to
give
teach
that?
them. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, to
they-
pronounce the R. Right?
Yeah, R and S. So it's like R:n kierrän oren ympäri,
Arran, kierran, oran, unpari,
S:n pistän taskuun.
astan pistan tasku.
Perfect.
Very good. Excellent.
You are natural.
Say it fast. Can you say it fast? Fastest you can.
You can say quickly.
R:n kierrän oren ympäri, S:n pistän taskuun.
Oh, your turn.
R:n kierrän oren ympäri, S:n pistän taskuun.
Arran, kierran, oran, unpari, oran, asan,
Pistän
pistan
tasku.
tasku.
Yes. You're learning fast.
Now moving on a little bit on the Finnish slang that I learned from actually my friend living there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So,
Are we competing again?
after this,
No,
she's very competitive.
checking.
Just to know. Just to be prepared.
No, we're going now. Go. So this one means what's up. So it's mait mene.
Miten menee?
Oh, mite
Miten menee? Yes.
mene. So it has like friends. You can greet friends like that.
Yes, you can
Miten
greet. Yeah, exactly. When you meet friends,
Miten
you can
menee?
ask.
Miten sujuu?
menee?
It's the same.
It's like, how are you?
Yes.
How are you?
Yeah.
Mite mene.
Miten menee?
And this one is, I like it because pronunciation is tricky. Koita kapila yada.
Koita
Koita
kepillä
kepillä
jäätä.
jäätä.
Koita kapila yada.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It means like maybe you can share what it means.
Oh, it means like try to ice with a stick. It means like
Literally.
before you
Frozen
before
ice
you
with
go.
the stick.
Yeah, before you go
walk
to
into
the
it.
ice, because in Finland, before it's a proper winter, like before the lakes are frozen, so that it's safe
Yeah.
to walk on them.
Oh,
there-
so you
yeah, you
practice
can
first.
like, but, well, actually, it's not very safe to do it that way.
I don't think you can.
But you can try with the stick and then see if
Yeah.
it breaks, and then you don't
Oh,
walk.
I see.
Yeah,
Then
but you are
walk,
not supposed to really do that.
But
you
this
know?
is a
True,
metaphor,
true.
of course. Then
True,
it means that you could try with difficult things
Yes.
first with the stick,
Yes.
and then later on
Yeah,
follow.
yeah, it's like pushing the limits. Up on the next question. So yeah, now we compete. List out 3 famous Finnish food. Go. Okay. 10
okay.
seconds. Go.
Makaro, oh, the Karelian pie,
Yeah.
salmon, unrated
One
reindeer stew, salted reindeer.
Okay.
You're leading.
Surprisingly.
Yes.
She's like, I'm so ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe just give a little bit on like the ingredients of each of them. Maybe start with the obviously Karelian pie, or
Yeah.
in Finnish it's
Karjalan piirakka.
Karjalan piirakka.
Mm.
Karjalan piirakka.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, my name in Finnish is piirakka.
Oh,
so pie.
yes.
Piirakka.
Yes.
Ah,
Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Yes.
my friend called
Yes.
me piirakka.
Yes.
Piirakka.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your nickname.
Yeah. So
Yes.
what are the ingredients of the Karelian pie?
Oh, it has like a crust that is like rye flour, and then there's a rice porridge
Yeah,
inside, and it's done in a nice shape of the pie, and handmade, like little like twists there, and then you oven bake it, and it's really nice. And you serve it with you can serve it with a little butter.
And what was the second one you mentioned?
I think I said something about salmon.
Salmon, of course.
Salmons in any form actually. So like just
it's popular.
yes,
like
it can be salmon
fish,
soup, like salmon soup, or
fish
salmon
soup.
fish soup, or salmon in the oven with
oven.
potatoes.
I see. And the last one you
And
mentioned.
then the reindeer
it's
casserole or reindeer.
it's porong.
seated. Yes, it's like porokäristys.
Karistis.
Yeah.
Porong
Yes.
karistis. Maybe other famous one is mammi. which
Mammi.
is-
Yes.
Mammi, yes.
Yeah. It's a,
That's only popular in Finland,
Yes.
not abroad. But,
yeah, when I look at the picture, I'm like, what is
Well, what is that?
It's like
Yes.
a gooey,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
So
like a
it's
dark
Finnish.
sauce.
It's a Finnish traditional dessert made from
Made of oats.
Malt.
Malt.
Ah.
It's like a malt, but it's not really something that we eat all the time. It's at Easter.
Easter
it's
time
our
mainly,
Easter time.
yes.
so
dessert.
like season.
Yes, it's
Yes.
very seasonal. You can't even have mammi in the shops normally
Oh,
around
at
the
all?
around
the year.
around
It's
the
just the
year.
Easter
It's
time.
Easter time mainly. Like it's it's not eaten during summer, for example,
No.
I see.
or even Christmas, or it's just Easter. More like
Oh, just Easter dessert. So yeah, when you visit Finland during Easter,
Yes.
try this one out, mommy. The question is, put your hands down on this. Okay, so the question to me, the question is, what does the word sisu in Finnish means? Go. Oh, you got it! Go. 10 seconds, 10 seconds.
It means you have guts and perseverance to do something, that you have the strength, inner strength.
Yeah, so never give up.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
So
Okay, Jyri, you can.
It's fine.
Next one is for you.
yeah, so sisu is very Finnish concept. How do you
Yes.
use it in a concept? Like, do you tell your children like sisu or is it?
Yes, you can use it in many ways, like not to give up on the tasks that you need to do, or if you're something that is very difficult, you know, we often say, oh, but it takes Finnish sisu to do that.
Next up, the question is, put your hands down. The question is, list out 3 inventions that were originally created in Finland. Go. Go.
Okay.
10 seconds.
SMS messaging, then Linux
One more.
system, and then
One more, quickly. 1 second left.
mobile phone.
Time. Your turn.
Innovations, maternity box, baby box,
One more.
maternity leave. What else?
Oh, maternity. Oh, time.
No, not
Yeah.
the maternity. Probably not maternity leave, but the maternity box at least.
Really?
Yeah.
Maternity box?
Maternity box, yes.
Yes.
Maternity
Oh, I didn't
box.
know. Oh, interesting. Maybe start with you first. Yes, SMS started
Yes.
in Finland through Nokia, right? Or is it-
Yeah, some Nokia
Before?
engineers, or before even,
Before.
started that, and then Linux I mentioned, but then I struggled with
Linux is the operating
Yes.
system. It was first created by Finnish inventor Linus Torvalds. Torvalds. He was like a computer science student when he created the operating system for himself, and then he gives out for the rest of the world
exactly,
to use for free.
Yeah, that's right. He set it up in the internet, so any programmer could participate and program it a little bit better.
So yes, because the founder of the World Wide Web, Tim Berners-Lee, he went to Finland to visit the students already to continue this project, but then it wasn't funded at the time and so on. But they lay a very important foundations for the rest of the world with internet. So thank you, Finland.
You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah, but I was surprised, like maternity box, really? Like,
Yeah, the baby box. We have every mother who is having a child to get a free box from the government.
Yes.
You know, it's publicly funded. That
Yeah.
there are all these necessities that is needed for the
I see.
First
new
months.
baby.
I
You
see,
know,
it's very important.
clothes and you know some other utilities that you need. So. We like to think it's a Finnish innovation. I know that there are some other countries too, but in Finland this has been for a long time already, and we're very proud of that innovation.
And as a Generation Y or like millennials, if you may call it, I cannot not mention this is Angry Bird.
Oh yes,
Sure.
is that the social innovation?
That's like number 1. It's the most important. No, not
Okay.
So the game was created by a Finnish company, Rovio Entertainment, back in 2009. One last question. What is the date of Finland Independence Day? Go. She got it first. Go, time, 10 seconds.
6th of December, 1917.
Yes, correct.
Okay. That was easy.
You have to be faster.
Yeah, true.
She's very competitive. She won. She won. Like,
Exactly.
Well, the more
Congratulations.
competitive always wins. You know.
Yes.
How do you say congratulations in Finnish?
Onneksi olkoon.
Kiitos.
Onneksi olkoon.
Kiitos.
Kiitos.
Kiitos. Thank you.
Kiitos. So it's 6th of December 1917. Finland declared independence from Russia. Maybe other national important dates for Finland, or like what is is Christmas big there, or like Easter, or
Yes.
obviously it's big because Santa Claus.
Well,
Yes.
sure. We
It
have
is big. Christmas
have-
is important.
Yes, Christmas probably the most important party in Finland.
And it's Christmas Eve actually.
Christmas Eve.
Like 24th.
We tend to think that Santa Claus lives in Finland, in northern Finland, in Lapland. So if you visit Rovaniemi in Finland, you will meet Santa Claus physically.
It's true. You'll
He's
see
there.
him. It's true.
He's there.
You get his signature.
It's not tend to think that he does live
He
there.
does,
He
exactly.
does live. He
Exactly.
does live there.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And then, of course, New Year's Eve is a big party. 1st of May is another one, quite big party. And then midsummer party.
Midsummer party.
It's 20th of June.
It's around
usually.
20th of June, but
Yes.
it depends a little bit on a year, but around that
Is it
time.
when most tourists go there for the northern lights?
Yes.
That time
Yeah,
frame?
then it's the longest day. And if
Oh,
you
right,
are,
right.
if you are in the north enough in Finland, like above the North Pole, the sun will not go down at all.
Oh, it will just stand there?
It will stand there in the middle of the night.
Oh, interesting.
That's the way.
Yes, and even in the south, in Helsinki, it's very light.
It's very
light.
Light in the night.
Yeah,
You
so
will,
it's almost
almost like a daylight.
daylight.
So it's only the day, or how long does it last? Like 2 weeks, or like go
It's
back
a
to
couple of
normal?
weeks,
Couple
and
of
then it
weeks.
starts going a bit darker
Gradually,
towards the
it's,
August.
I see.
Like the day becomes shorter gradually. Like the whole June is still very light, and even July.
I see.
So the darkest period actually is in December 20th, around that period. It's quite dark, and in
So
the
it's
north,
dark all
basically,
day.
and in the north of Finland,
Yeah.
you will not see the sun.
At
It
all.
doesn't come up.
Oh, interesting.
There's some light coming up, but sun is not coming up during the day.
Yeah, so when you want to experience like the whole day, like no sleeping all day, like so go there in the summer, but if you want to experience all night, maybe party at night all the time, so you can go there during the winter in December. Yes, that is all for the game part. Thank you, Madame, for participating.
Thank
This is
you.
a very aggressive. Thank you for
letting me win.
Be proud. So next up would be Q&A. We'll be right back. So last part of this week is Q&A, and now we are here with Ambassador Järviaho of Finland. So for Q&A sessions, the questions are selected from a variety of groups. So there are Thais who have been to Finland and expats living in Thailand, and also questions from the Facebook and Twitter. And they are asked, one question is, what one question you'd like to ask the ambassador of Finland? Yes, so first, since Your Excellency, you just arrived since September last year, 2020. Maybe firstly, please share your background on your path in becoming the ambassador to our audience.
Thank you so much. So basically, I came from Finland, from Helsinki, where I worked at the Human Resources as a director there for 5 years. And I've been serving in Finnish embassies in Belgrade, in Serbia, and Riga, Latvia, and then in our permanent mission in Geneva, Switzerland. So those were my postings, and then I've been working in different departments in the ministry. So that's my basic background. I come from a small village in Finland called Vimpeli. It's Vimpeli. It's in the central west Finland.
I see.
So that's my roots, and then I've been studying abroad in England and in the US.
Oh, okay. So
both of those, and then my main degree is from Eastern Finland, from the University of Joensuu in economics.
Nice. So Thailand is the first Asia country that you are posting in.
It is the first Asian country I'm posted in.
We're glad to welcome you to
Thank
Asia
you so
and Southeast
much.
Asia.
It's a pleasure.
Yes.
It's an honor to be here.
So directing up to next question, it's an expression question. So maybe you can look into this camera and answer these questions. What was your first reaction when you first know that you will be based in Thailand?
Woohoo!
So Thailand, since Thailand's first of your Asian country here, you haven't been here too long, but maybe can you share with us some similarities between Thais and Finnish, or maybe between the two countries? Probably not the weather, but
yes. Weather might be a bit different, especially this time of year. One thing which I always have found when I came here was that many times people take off their shoes when they come into the house.
Yes.
So that's what happens in Finland as well. People always take off their shoes when they come to the house.
It's
normal there.
Okay.
It's normal.
That's good.
So there are many similarities, and in that sense, it's familiar also.
Right.
Even though there's differences as well.
So on next questions, Yes, so about being Finnish, what does being Finnish means to you, and how your career as a diplomat shaped the definition of being Finnish?
It has evolved over the years. It's a long way to learn about yourself and your background and your culture. And that has already started with me when I went abroad to study abroad, first of all, and then when I worked abroad. So it gives kind of a context on how do we Finns fit into this human society, all in all. So these days, I'm of course very proud of my roots. I'm Finnish from a small village, and I try to remember always how good our education system is. It produced people like me. It picked up from a small village, and we had all the opportunities for us available through the universities, and then applying all these jobs. And now I ended up here as an ambassador at the end of the day. So in that sense, I'm very proud of the Finnish system. But on the other hand, I also have found that I really respect the culture and the habits of other nations and people, which is very important to learn. So that's one thing I've learned. Even though now I think that I'm a Finn from the Northern Europe. I'm part of the Nordic countries. I'm a Nordic person. I'm a European as well.
Oh, yeah.
So I have sort of many different
backgrounds,
aspects, backgrounds within myself.
I see. Yes, moving on next on economy, on the subject now. So I'd like to give some bit of a background on Finland's economy. Finland's economy is European top 11th, and according to 2020 index, Finland is the world's top 20th freest country in terms of economic freedom score, which is, promoting collaborations through trades and exchange. So the question is, what are the main factors on the growth of Finland's economy? Maybe you can share about the imports, exports among the country and in Thailand as well.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, thank you. Yes, in Finland we have realized already a long time ago, that Finland is a small open economy, and the openness is the key for success for our country. Our foreign trade makes almost 80% of our GDP, so it's huge and it's so important for the country. So we need to have a free and competitive economy to survive in the world.
Right.
We don't have oil or anything
like
very valuable natural resource.
Yes,
so we need to have a system that constantly creates new innovation and brings new companies into the business. Of course,
high tech index, like a technology.
Exactly. And then of course, very, very important issue is that we have a very stable government, good governance, well-respected judiciary. There's almost no corruption. We are third on the world list, least corrupted countries.
Wow, top 3.
Top 3.
Wow.
And of course, the very good education system that is constantly producing good people to work in this sector. So there are many aspects like that in the Finnish economy.
In terms of imports, exports, maybe can you name what is the main imports that we maybe send out to Finland, and maybe Finland exporting to our country?
Yes, I think from Thailand there are a few things that go to Finland, goods that go to Finland. Mainly it's I suppose computers and stuff like that.
Hardware, something.
The hardware
like
that go, and then rubber.
Rubber,
of course, rubber products,
food,
and plastics, and issues like that. And then what comes from Finland mainly here is let's say they are machinery for the factories.
I see.
Machinery, and then it seems like some year at least some ships came.
From the ships.
Yeah,
I see.
and so it varies a bit year after year, but those were some things. And the volume has been around.
Maybe share about the volume.
Around 450 million euro per year.
Okay.
But we are really hoping that we could grow that.
We can reach
5
billions and billions, so on.
Just to mention that I mean, the statistics between two countries in economic terms are not giving the full picture these days. Because, for example, some of the Finnish companies, they produce stuff here in Southeast Asia or China or somewhere, and they bring the stuff in from there to Thailand.
Oh, okay.
So
I see. It's not a full.
they don't show up
I
in
see.
our bilateral figures.
I see.
So it's a bit more complicated picture all in all.
I see. So maybe you have to check from the roots
Well,
and
you
so
would
on.
have to go around and check where the stuff is coming from.
I see. And also for this year, we celebrate 67 years of diplomatic relations between Finland and Thailand since 1954, if I did the math correctly. The question is, how do you foresee future trends in the next 10 years between trade of Finland and Thailand?
Of course, at the moment, we are focusing quite a lot on the circular economy. Which means the circulation of all kinds of stuff in the society, tomorrow's society, like waste circulation and making waste to value like energy or something like that.
I see. Like renewable.
Renewable, exactly. And that kind of innovations can be very lucrative for both countries. And then we have, of course, a lot of startup gene in Finland. Startups. In different innovation issues, so the startups I think could be very useful to work with both countries, and then of course there are plans in Thailand, for example, regarding the smart cities and smart technologies.
Right, as we're moving to the
ways.
4.0 digital era and all that, so I think that complements really well.
That does complement really well. Finland has a lot of good companies and research centers to support that.
As we shared our know-hows, for each other, especially in Thailand, agriculture industry is big, so it's probably definitely very useful for the renewable and resources and all to make most use.
Exactly. I think that's the future. Make the society a little bit more sustainable. The sort of turn the path of our societies towards more sustainable path.
So sustainable is key.
It's key, I think so.
Now on the topic of education, a little bit of background as usual. So Finland is well known on quality education, and no parent seems to be complaining about the school system there at all. I watched a documentary on schools in Finland, and the main point I got from it is the key to successful education is based on trust and respect. So the society trusts the teacher, the parents trust the teacher and the schools. So they don't question the teacher, like there's no anxiety at all. And also there's, of course, free education, or at least I researched €100 tuition for university. On that. So what can us and also the world learn from Finnish education? What is the key components on,
Yes, thank you. I think you mentioned already a couple of points that can be shared. And we always think that some parts of the Finnish system can inspire people. We cannot set up a Finnish system here because Thailand has its own culture and in a particular system here. But some aspects of it can maybe inspire Thai students and Thai teachers and education institutions. So, but of course, some aspects of Finnish education is the trust, as you mentioned, to teachers. They are highly educated in Finland. They all have master's degrees.
What?
They all have master's degrees in.
They need at least master's degree.
Yes.
They cannot
to be
a teacher to.
No. They all have master's degrees.
Okay. Oh, wow.
They are highly educated.
Oh, that's new. Okay.
Yeah, they are very professional. And then, of course, we have a national, let's say, curriculum for the primary and secondary education. But the schools have a lot of autonomy how to implement that. And also teachers have a lot of autonomy also.
I see.
So
they can shape their own curriculum, or like how
to approach it, and as long as they get the end results.
That's interesting, So they are very student-centric.
They are very student-centric, yes.
Wow,
yes.
how talented. I see. So it became like, I guess, first choice profession, as if, any other.
It is very popular profession in Finland. It is.
Yes, next up would be on tourism. From the vibrant art-filled city of Helsinki and Turku to the iconic landscapes with, unspoiled nature of Finland. where it's called Lapland in the northern part. Yeah, in addition to the tourist-based location, maybe you could share some recommended cities or places where international and Thais can enjoy there. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. As you mentioned, there are many good places to visit in Finland. I would recommend nature, of course. I love nature in Finland. There's beautiful lakesides in eastern Finland.
I see.
And then if you want to see the archipelago and the sea coastline in Helsinki or Turku,
the island,
those are really nice and beautiful. You can hop in the different islands. And then, of course, the Lapland is special. The northern part of Finland is totally different nature.
The Rovaniemi?
Rovaniemi, exactly.
Rovaniemi?
Exactly. And then from Rovaniemi you can find Santa Claus as well. Yes.
And also reindeers.
Also reindeers, yes, all over Lapland, all over the Lapland. Really, they are herding freely actually.
So
if you
they can walk on the street.
Yeah. If you drive by car, there can be reindeers on the road. You have to be careful.
Oh, okay. So there's a beware reindeer signs
Yes,
on.
yes,
I see.
yes. And one more thing, maybe just to mention that there's a Moomin land near Turku, Naantali. Moomin land. So if you have children, it's a nice place to visit. It's like a theme park. A Moomin, you know the Moomin character?
Look like hippopotamus?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, it's on Finland?
It's in Finland. It's a Finnish author who created this whole Moomin.
Okay. So it's like a comic. It refers to a comic.
For children. Yes.
I see. Oh, Moomin land. So yes, please check it out. You are the #1 happiest country in the world. Actually, set by UN's 2020 World's Happiness Report. Yeah. On that, maybe you can touch on a little bit on the factors and why do you think you are still top one? Like,
that's a good question. Since we were really a little bit surprised that we are so happy.
Okay, you're surprised yourself. Okay.
Yes. But I suppose it's true because I think the elements of that are also, as we mentioned already, the good education system. People can trust it. The good government that people trust on.
No corruption.
No corruption. Good judiciary. So people can live good lives in Finland. And there's a social welfare system supporting people if they are unemployed or they have some difficulties in life. So
the system is ready. Lastly, on culture. So this is where the audience can get references from Finland if they want to see, like, if they want to learn about the art, the athletes, the sports, the music aspects about Finland. So we can insert just a small clips, on. So maybe you can just share the reference of your favorite, Finnish athletes, artists, authors, and so on to the audience. And I have a couple as well that I like, so I can share it later. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say that one of my favorite artists, Pave Maijanen.
Pave Maijanen.
Yes, but he's a Finnish artist. He's a songwriter and a singer.
Tulisitko asemalle mua vastaan? Tulisitko vastaan? Lähtisitkö silloin kanssani järvelle?
But he just died in January.
Oh no!
So he's gone, but of course his music still
lives on.
Lives on.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. I met him. I've been his concert, of course.
Oh, I was going to ask if you met him
yes,
before.
Yes, I have. Okay, but
cool.
of course there are a lot of other famous artists. Let's say the heavy music is something very particular Finnish, and especially, for example, this year there's Lordi won the Eurovision Song Contest.
They won it.
No others was up in rock and roll angels, swing that hard rock, hallelujah. Demons and angels all in one.
Yeah.
And again, this year was selected a very hard rock band for the Eurovision Song Contest. So. We will see when they perform. You can probably find it already from internet.
From internet, I see.
Yes.
I see. Also the same band, like Lordi? Or
no,
another
it's a
one?
different band.
A different band. Oh, so but it's still like hard rock,
it's
heavy
hard
metal.
Rock,
I see.
Heavy,
I see. Yeah. So on Lordi, if anyone wants to take a look, the band is formed in 1992, and by the lead singer and songwriter also a costume maker. Wow, why does one artist does so many things? Yes, Mr. Lordi. In addition to their melodic metal music, yes, like he mentioned, they won the Eurovision Song Contest back in 2006. And yes, look forward to the new rock hard metal band for this year. Maybe I can share just a little on the athletes, on sports as well. This is Teemu Selänne.
Yes.
Teemu Selänne. He's retired, but he was a professional ice hockey player. So he played total of 21 seasons. National Hockey League for the Colorado Avalanche, Winnipeg Jets.
Bryant, Tatum to the backhand, he scores! And the world's gonna know your name. Every other walks of the whole thing. You can be the greatest, you can be the best. You can be the dream car hanging on your chest. You can be the world, you can be the world. You can turn your jacket hanging on his back.
Yes, we have those, and then of course there's Paavo Nurmi, who also was a runner in our history. He won several Olympic medals as well in long distance running. And also Lasse Viren, those are old ones. Lasse Viren won in 1970s.
I see.
Several gold medals in long distance running.
So different variety of sports, because I would imagine, obviously winter sports would be would be your specialty. But yes, so a lot of diversification varieties. Next up, I'd like to touch a bit on TV shows, since TV shows is like big here. So we can name a couple. I actually watched this the other week. So it's Putaus. Putaus. It means waterfall.
Yes.
Putaus.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a Finnish sketch comedy television. That is a total now of like 13 seasons, so very long running season.
Se sopii suomalaisille näyttelijöille hyvin perinteisesti.
Suomen suosituin viihdeohjelma on taas täällä. Putous alkaa 20. tammikuuta Maikkarilla.
Yeah. So so that is all for the culture. If maybe you can search on Google the name that you mentioned and so on. Yes. So wrapping up, this is the end of our program for this week. Thank you, ambassadors, for joining us. And also in this episode, I like to give special thanks to the Poem brand for this lovely dress. And you can check out their line at Poem BKK, or you can see the information below. So stay tuned for next week, Meet the Ambassadors episode. And for today, bye at this time. Thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ ขอบคุณค่ะ
YES Media.
Subscribe.